The gentleman from Illinois, Mr. Casten, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Atkins, for being with us today. I have some real concerns about the SEC dismissing their lawsuit against Binance and staying whatever you're doing with Justin Sun and Tron. I understand from your exchange with the ranking member and with Mr. Lynch that you're not going to comment on ongoing investigations, and I understand that. But and I also appreciate the chair's admonition not to engage in personalities. But I am extremely concerned with the integrity of U.S. capital markets. And so, I just want to review a fact pattern here. It is a fact that Donald Trump was convicted of 34 felonies for financial fraud. It is a fact that he and his children have said that in the wake of that fraud, they were, in their words, debanked and couldn't access conventional capital markets, and that was why they turned to crypto. It is a fact that the UAE subsequently purchased World Liberty Finance tokens through Bitcoin, that now contributes to substantially all of their wealth, and that substantially all of the Trump family's wealth is now in crypto. All of that has come since he became president in January of last year. And setting aside the emoluments clause violations or implications there, if I am a foreign investor considering whether to invest in U.S. capital markets, I would like to know whether the SEC is going to prioritize the interest of investors, because these charges against, the charges against Sun wash trading, money laundering, these are all deep structural problems in financial markets. When they look at the actions of your agency, they see multiple examples where you have not prioritized the interests of investors, but you have prioritized the interests of the Trump family. So my question is, can you point to an example under your leadership where you have put the interests of investors first and cost the Trump family money as a result? Just one example would be great.
Well, I as far as what the Trump family does or not, I can't speak to that.
But they've made billions of dollars. They pardoned CZ, for goodness sake, after the case was dropped, after this money went through. This is most of their net worth. Why should people not believe that you will prioritize the interest of this singular billionaire over investor protection? Wash trades are a problem in the markets. Why aren't we prosecuting Justin Sun right now? And you can't answer that, but is there any example where you've put investors first over the Trump family?
Again, we put investors first every single day.
Over the Trump family.
Very robust enforcement division that is going after fraud in the market.
If you can find an example, it would be great to share it offline, and please publicize it, because I care about markets. I want to shift. In November, the SEC announced you would no longer review or express views on companies' no-action requests, and I want to understand a little bit of what that means. I understand there's some discretion on your end, but are there any general rules, or are we going to rely, exclusively on shareholder litigation under 14A8? If shareholders came forward and said, I've got a proposal because I have concerns about potential conflicts of interest, appearance of corruption, reputational issues associated with management's business dealings, and management says, I want a no-action review, is that a categoric no, or are you going to consider that on the merits?
Well, so the whole no-action process with respect to shareholder proposals was an artifice by the commission that built up over the years. There's nothing in rule or in statute that requires it. We were shut down for 43 days, 43 nights.
I'm asking, I want to come back because I'm trying to give you an example for my first question. World Liberty Financial is trying to do this shell with BitGo. That's a publicly traded company. People there might be legitimately concerned that there is fraud happening because all of these billions of dollars are coming into World Liberty Financial in ways that are direct violations of the emoluments clause. If a shareholder in that entity said, I would like to have a vote on this, and management said, no, we're going to push for a no-action review, would you push back? Or is that too dangerous because it would cause you to make Donald Trump angry?
Well, again, I can't speak to any particular issue or company, but as far as shareholders have their rights under state law, and if they want to vindicate those rights and push them forward.
We're out of time, but Milton Friedman said shareholders are ultimately in charge. not management? I don't know why we're stepping on shareholder rights under your leadership. I yield back.